The numbers added to 4. That's not good. Um, what's it make? I don't want to be in pain. But if but yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, yes, they're showing that there's all this there was a well, nothing to lose. I mean, there was an Indian diplomat who U.S. Marshals like strip searched like when she was calling the U.S. embassy something like in New York. She got like a strip search or something. So like it's called. And then but here's the thing, like they're doing all kind like so in India, like they did all kinds of things to kind of bang back. Like yeah, took the barricades away from outside the U.S. embassy, and then they like because they have like these sort of anti homosexual laws, like they started calling for like the if there's any gay diplomat, gay American diplomats, you should like arrest their partner and everything. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's not. I mean, there's incredible hostility to the United States in India that has to do with something else that's not being mentioned. Why they're reacting the way they are. I mean, it's terrible. I'm sure it would be a diplomatic crisis anyway. But I'm saying as far as those kind of things, like you'll find out which diplomats, U.S. diplomats are gay and arrest their partner and like take the barricades away from the embassy, like that kind, like that's and people are like protesting. That's because there's hostility because of the economic policies. Hold on a second. Hi. Oh no, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine there's hostility. There's a huge amount of hostility in India, like towards America that people like I don't they wouldn't be aware of like what it was. I'm not sure that all those reactions like that sort of makes sense given the fact that like it makes sense. I don't know. Is that a reaction to what happened to the diplomat here, or is it like what is that? Is it over the time? Is it pain in my leg? I thought. What do you want me to do? We talk about the economic policies and stuff that we play a major role in like supporting our capital formations play a role in and the very fact that India is like a main country that's been victimized by like this by the Western financial institutions where we play a big role and our domestic capital formations like they've really been victimized. I mean, so right. I mean, what people see on their TV, like all these things. I mean, I thought like figures like they're gonna but it's not about the diplo. I mean that level of hostility and like protests and stuff like that's coming out of the fact that I don't know anyone in India, but I mean I'm saying I imagine that like it's not about what happened to the diplomat here. That was some kind of I don't know the context of 2 U.S. Marshals strip search or something, and then they deported her. She had said she had she had someone working in a house that was not documented. I don't know if it would have created what you're seeing on the news where they're doing that. I mean, I don't think countries behave like they. I think it. I'm assuming it's because India, the Indian, in India, there's an incredible amount of hostility to the United States. To begin with, is where all that like reaction would be coming from. I sort of thought that was what you'd think, like what I mean, this sort of like but no one knows about that stuff here. I mean, so it doesn't. I mean, but the thing is to make a video about it. I mean, the amount of different things that are happening, horrific things happening in India as a result of like things like we play a role in. When I say we play a role in, I mean our role at the global financial institutions and our domestic capital formations, and I mean, we keep. I mean, people here don't know about any of that. I mean, but there's so much of it. I mean, we'd have to do a series of videos like on India, like in order, and what, and even I have limited awareness, but then they're like as far as like who's the example saying like devastated by that neoliberal project and the financial and the global financial institutions and our domestic capital formations and Monsanto and all that shit. I mean, yeah, I imagine there's just incredible hostility towards Americans and America in general, particularly when they can make a, when something like this happens. So that's what I assume, but I don't not take that's like what I thought you were signaling me about. But people don't really know. I mean, people really don't know about that stuff. It's the kind of thing you have to see. The thing is, people can look into those things. Like, you hate to. That's just it. Like I'm saying, like people should look into such things. Like what exactly is going on in the world economically, and what exactly is America's role in it, and what exactly is behind like hostility to. I mean, people should. You have to look into it. Is the point. To just be like, we're gonna make a video. I mean, like, no, like I would direct someone to like Vandana Shiva's, right? Like, look up, what would I say about why this hostility? Well, so a lot of people have a much more comprehensive understanding of it than I do. Look up Vandana Shiva online. She was a physicist who just finally decided to devote the rest of her life to like stopping what's happening in India, and like seeing that our country's responsible for, basically. I mean, so yeah, I mean, look up Vandana Shiva, Vandana, first name, Shiva, Vandana Shiva. I mean, that's where I got my information about it. So I mean, and she has, because she's from India, like she's certainly, and she's like the major activist approaching the. She's actually a hero, that woman. But I mean, in terms of her stuff, what she's been doing. But I mean, yeah, like yeah. I mean, that's what I'd recommend to someone if they want to understand where the undercurrent, why there's that much hostility, that they're doing things like that, to taking the barricades away from the embassy and saying you should arrest the partners of any homosexual diplomats. I mean, that's because of their hostility to America about something else. It's not because it's, what I'm saying. That's my sense of it.